Hello, my lovely book nerds, and welcome to my channel. I'm Jess, and today I am going to give you my honest review about this book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, written by Holly Jackson. Okay, so this is the back cover blurb on the book. The case is closed. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Andy Bell was murdered by Sal Singh. The police know he did it. Everyone in town knows he did it. But having grown up in the same small town consumed by crime, Pippa Fitzamobi isn't so sure. When she chooses the case as the topic for her final project, she starts to uncover secrets that someone in town desperately wants to stay hidden. And if the real killer is still out there, how far will they go to keep Pip from the truth? Okay, so where do I even start with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder? I thought I was just picking up a YA murder mystery. You know the type. Missing girl, small town, teenage investigator with too much time on her hands. Fun, twisty, a little drama, nothing too heavy. I was wrong. I was so wrong. This book owned me from the first chapter. So the premise is this. There's this girl, Andy Bell, who disappeared 5 years ago in this quiet little English town, and everyone believes her boyfriend, Sal Singh, murdered her and then killed himself. Case closed. Everyone moved on. Except Pip. Pip Fitzamobi, our main character, doesn't buy it. And instead of just thinking about it like a normal person and going on with her life, she decides to reopen the case as her high school capstone project. Like, imagine the guts it takes to tell your teacher, yeah, I'm going to investigate a murder for my homework. Iconic behavior. And let me just say, Pip, absolute queen. I fell in love with her brain. She's smart, methodical, observant, and stubborn in the best way. She's not just playing detective, she's doing the work. Creating timelines, interviewing suspects, cross-referencing alibis. The girl is basically running her own podcast without the microphone. It honestly felt like I was watching a teenage version of Making a Murderer unfold in real time. What I loved most, though, is that Pip is so human. Like, she's brave, but not fearless. She gets scared. She doubts herself, she makes mistakes, and that's what makes you root for her. She doesn't just want to be right, she wants justice. And it becomes really clear, really fast, that she's in way deeper than she ever expected. Now, the way Holly Jackson structures this book, chef's kiss. It's not just regular chapters. You get Pip's project logs, interview transcripts, notes, text messages. It's like flipping through a real case file. You're not just reading the story. You're solving it alongside her. I seriously caught myself trying to piece things together, highlighting clues, rereading interviews. It's the most interactive I've ever felt reading a book that wasn't a choose-your-own-adventure. And can we talk about Ravi Singh, Sal's younger brother? He and Pip team up, and let me tell you, their dynamic is everything. There's no forced insta-love or cheesy romance. It's a slow build, built on grief, hope, and shared determination. Their banter is adorable, their chemistry is subtle but real, and they both need this truth to come out for different reasons. I loved how Jackson let their relationship develop naturally without it ever overshadowing the main mystery. The romance is just a whisper, and somehow that made it all the more impactful. Okay, let's get to the mystery itself. This book had layers, like Shrek-level layers. Every time I thought I had it figured out, Pip would find some new piece of evidence that blew everything up again. I went from, oh yeah, it's definitely this person, to, wait, no, it's totally this other person. And then suddenly Pip is like, plot twist, and I'm sitting there staring at the page, audibly gasping. The twists were so well timed, not forced, not dramatic for the sake of it, but smart and shocking. And the reveal at the end? Listen. I pride myself on spotting plot twists, but Holly Jackson got me. The way everything tied together, it was horrifying and brilliant and made so much sense in retrospect. And yet, it still hit like a punch to the gut. There's this moment near the end where Pip confronts the truth, and you just feel it ripple through her. I actually closed the book and sat in silence for a second. Like, did that really just happen? But what really surprised me, and what stuck with me the most, is how emotional the story is. Yes, it's a mystery, but it's also about grief, trauma, and how society is so quick to accept a simple answer, especially when it fits their biases. Sal Singh was blamed without a trial. A brown teenage boy in a mostly white town. No solid evidence, just enough for the town to go, well, that makes sense, and move on. And Pip? She sees that. She calls it out. The book doesn't shy away from showing how racism, classism, and media narratives shape the entire case. Andie Bell, the supposed victim, also turns out to be way more complicated than the Golden Girl image everyone had of her. Pip uncovers things that make you question what kind of person Andie really was, and whether being a victim erases the parts of someone we'd rather not see. There's this very real tension between image and truth, who we want people to be versus who they actually are. And I love how Jackson doesn't give us simple answers. She lets it be messy. She lets us feel uncomfortable. It's kind of brilliant. Oh, and I have to shout out the way this book captures the obsession of true crime culture. Pip becomes obsessed, like loses sleep, alienates friends, puts herself in danger obsessed. And honestly, same. I was just as consumed. But the book also makes you pause and think, at what point does trying to find the truth start to break you? Pip goes through it. There's one scene in particular, no spoilers, that genuinely scared me. Like, my heart was pounding. She's in real danger, and it's the moment where you realize this is no longer just a school project. This is life or death. By the end, Pip isn't the same person she was when she started. She's sharper, sadder, and she knows that justice doesn't always come cleanly. There's a cost, and she pays it. So yeah, I loved this book, not just because the mystery was brilliant, or because Pip is amazing, though she is, but because it actually said something about truth, about prejudice, about what happens when we look too closely, or not closely enough. I can't recommend it enough. If you like true crime, if you like mysteries that actually surprise you, if you want a protagonist who's smart but also painfully real, this is for you. And if you do pick it up, just make sure you don't have anything important to do the next day. Because once you start, trust me, you're not putting it down. If you liked this review, please check out my channel where I plan to post more books and reviews like this. Also check out my other post on this book where I get into all the spoilers and discuss all the details. Disclaimer, please read the book before watching that post. I don't want to spoil it all for you. And that's it for now. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.